like a lot of people run big nickel.
All right, in this section, guys, we're gonna be going over gameplay, and again, I think the gameplay breakdowns will be a lot more informative than just the practice mode because again, the practice mode is a good start, but it's like, you know, I feel like it's more useful to see how things apply in a real game and how things go over in lifetime action versus some of the best players in the world, so you guys can see that these tactics aren't just something I found in practice mode, but these are tactics I'm using in a real game versus again great players. So again, in this one, I'm going to be going up against Islandi, one of the young and upcoming superstars on the MCS circuit. Again, he's notorious for his spread offense. Again, the spread offense is really effective because again, it spaces out the field well and it's kind of hard to lurk between routes. But as you'll see in this, I actually am able to lurk him a couple times. So again, here guys on defense, again as we talked about in the tutorials, all about having the plan pre-snap with your user. So again, in this game, you're going to see I did not play the best defense coverage adjustment wise. So, but it was really the user that made the difference. So this is definitely this is why I picked this game. So again, I'm going to be running a lot of cover 3 with like I think I have like 10-yard purples, and I'm going to man up a couple people. And again, on this play right here, so again, I didn't feel like I needed to guard this outside receiver because I had him cross-manned. So that's why you didn't see me kind of pull back over the middle here. So I kind of felt like my responsibility was going to be just to slant right over the middle field. So I kind of stayed on it. And I knew I had a 3-rec to kind of guard this hitch right over the middle of the field. But, I was wrong. And, that in route is going to be crossman. So, again, we're going to have to kind of readjust and, recalculate what we're doing with our user there. If I want to play that same defense again now, because now that I know that in route is going to be crossman. So here again in the cover 3, if I keep the defense like this, I know I got to watch the right seam. That's going to be the weakness of this defense. So I'm going to run to the seam, the right middle first. Because again, it's all about knowing ask yourself, what's the CPU's adjustments? What's your adjustments for the CPU defenders? And then what's the weakness? And the weakness there was that deep right middle. So you saw me run to that first. So again here, I noticed that I didn't really like what I did last time because again I didn't want to run I didn't want to run down the seam again or run down the deep middle, so I kind of manned up this guy. So I know that I'm kind of cross-manning and manning up, over here on the right half of the field. So I'm going to really be looking to guard the left half of the field here. You're going to see me run left at the snap. And again, we could have had a pick here, but again, this was a beautiful user because again, see, we know that, okay, I'm taking away that seam streak again. I'm taking away Waller with a superstar defender. He has, I believe, one step ahead. So he's manned up. I'm cross-manning his outside receiver and spread. So I'm not really worried about this right side of the field. Again, my main priority is that left side because, again, we're dedicating so many resources to that right side of the field. So I know that I want to run left at the start because that's where I'm going to be weak. And I know that my purples are on 10, so again, I know that I can give up the short silence in the middle of the field, specifically from the left side. So again, I see that flat route, and a lot of people like to quick throw these flat routes, and again, I know my weakness is that short left middle of the field. So I'm going to fully commit to this route because, again, a lot of players will kind of quick throw these table routes. So, again, I know I'm a little behind, so I'm just going to fully commit to this route. Again, it ends up working out. Again, most people don't expect you to kind of run all the way towards a silence and fully commit to a route. But I kind of know that, offensive players think like that they think that the user is going to stay in the middle of the field. So again, sometimes I kind of, bend the rules a little bit of how the offensive opponent is thinking and the kind of psychology that most players have or kind of their thought process. And I will fully commit to routes on the sideline, as you saw there. So again, here in a 3rd and 15, I really can't give up this first down. So I'm gonna most likely, maybe give up some flats. Sometimes I will get aggressive in this situation though, knowing that people are gonna a lot of times will kind of settle for the field goal because it's kind of hard to get anything open here at the 19. So a lot of people will kind of just check down and kind of hope to get some yards at the catch. So sometimes I will get aggressive down here on an underneath route, but just make sure you don't give up anything deep first. So again here, kind of the same concept where I'm going to be looking to take away this right half of the field with my adjustments. He is going to motion over Hayward Bay, and he is not manned up. So I kind of have to watch out for him because I know that the weakness here in my defense is going to be this right seam here. That's one of the weaknesses of cover 3. So again, I got to watch for Hayward Bay on a seam. I'm probably going to run with him at first. And again, I see he goes in a slant, so I don't have to worry about that. And that was a good play for him. I didn't realize that beat my deep blue. I thought my deep blue would guard that, so that's why you saw me kind of come down on the slant route here. Because, again, I kind of knew that a lot of people kind of quick throw right before the window here. Again, that's common because he is one of the better players in the world. So, again, I know that I have a purple right here. And a lot of times people kind of expect you to leave, the slant route and kind of pull back. So I kind of fully committed to the slant here, just getting a little aggressive because I didn't see any routes behind me. Well, I just didn't realize this streak would get open. I thought my outside third would guard it because I didn't see any posts. So I kind of, I felt like I could commit to that slant route. Again, there's no reason to just, guard nothing. So, it's always better to guard a short route if there's nothing behind you. But again, good play here. So again, I'm gonna have to make some adjustments because I didn't realize that streak would beat my deep blue like that. All right, he's back here in offense, and you're gonna see that I'm gonna make similar adjustments that I've been making from previous drive, where I'm gonna try to take away the right half of the field. With my adjustments, I'm going to man up Waller. I'm going to man up his right outside receiver. So again, I'm going to be looking to run left at the snap because I'm dedicating most of my resources for my CPU defenders to the right half of the field. So I'm going to look to run left here. And again, on this play with my user, I saw that there was no route going on top of me. So again, my job is the left half. And again, I was not worried about the skinny post because again, I know my inside third is going to guard a skinny post. So I sat down underneath on the left hitch because that was really the only other route I saw going over the middle of the field besides the skinny post that I knew that would get guarded. So really my only responsibility was the hitch here, and that's what I sat on. And then once I saw that no one was open, then I kind of went and got the quarterback because he does have Lamar Jackson with escape artist. So again, that is kind of my responsibility too, is to watch for Lamar. Again, just gets a kind of broken play here. Again, as you guys are going to see in this game, he does a good job of moving the ball down the field, I guess I wasn't making the best coverage adjustments this game because he was playing good offense, but again, we are going to get him a couple times with the user. And again here, I'm looking the crossman to take away his outside receivers. Again, I have the 10-yard purple, so again, I'm not going to most likely guard those outside receivers. They're going to be taken care of. Besides if he throws his arrow on the backside again, because again, remember that the in route on the backside kind of beat my crossman last time, so I might have to go and guard that. So again, here I'm really looking over the middle of the field, at the hitch here and the slant, because again, I got the 10-yard purples and I got the outside receivers crossman. I'm not worried about the outside receivers. So what I'm gonna do here is, again, I see that I have a purple here on 10. So again, I'm gonna take this slant route just for a second. I'm gonna carry him into the purple, because I know eventually the slant is going to pass into the purple, and then the slant will not be open. So again, I know I just have to guard the slant for a second, but who is wide open on this play is the hitch. So again, this is where I utilize the speed burst here. Again, remember that's the left trigger. And again, I zoom to the left immediately. Well, I tried to zoom to the left immediately anyways, but again, good play from him here. And again, we're going to remember this from later in the game. Again, remember this route concept. Again, my mistake. I didn't zoom left here. I kind of came down on the quarterback because he does have Lamar, but I was thinking of a later play in the game. But again, guys, I want you guys to remember that play because I'm going to definitely remember that play for next time. Again, here, I'm looking to take away the right half of the field with my coverage adjustments. So, again, I'm going to be looking to run to the left side of the field here. And again, when Moss comes in motion, I got to know that the right seam is vulnerable if he throws Moss on a streak. Because, again, cover 3 to the side of the purple, the safety purple. Again, he's going to be giving up that seam. And that's where we're kind of manning up here. But again, I got to run with Moss if he goes on a streak. Because, again, that's the weakness of my defense. So, again, I'm really focused on Moss and seeing what he does. And I see he runs a little, you know, that was a good play. Again, this guy caught me off guard with so many plays. So, but, again, my main responsibility was the streak. And he didn't do that. But, you know, he just put together a good play here. So again here, again, so I'm cross-manning his outside receiver here on the left. Again, I'll go into more of the coverage adjustments, the thought process behind that, and more of a, you know, adjusting on the flag course or when and how to adjust course. But again, for this is, again, specifically thinking about the user. So, again, left outside receivers crossman. So again, I'm not going to worry about him too much. Again, unless he's on that deep end route. And again, we got Waller crossman. So again, I'm not too worried about Waller. So the main receivers I'm kind of looking at here are the left slot and the right outside receiver here. Again, at the snap of the play too, guys, I want you to take a quick glance at the receivers every time you do this and kind of try to identify what the play is. So, and that's what I'm doing at the start of every play is as soon as it's snapped, I'm saying, okay, boom. This guy, I see a running back wheel, I see a drag. I was like, oh shit, I'm familiar with this play. It's going to be 3 streaks and a running back wheel. So, but again, I knew my responsibility here. I knew that I had Waller cross, man. So again, I'm not going to double cover someone. I have the CPU guarding Waller. So again, I'm going to speed boost here. I'm going to hit the left trigger to change directions really quickly and go and guard that running back wheel myself. Because again, he's using a pull route, you know, as we're talking about on the route combo development course, to kind of pull out a purple. Again, that's going to open up the running back wheel here for him, and I knew that this is my responsibility, so I'm trying to get over there as fast as possible. Again, I make that a really, really tight throw. You saw if I didn't run over there with my user, he probably wouldn't have led that pass. So he ended up passing it to the right and made it a super scary throw because my user was in, you know, the right position. Again, same adjustments from last play where I'm going to be cross-manning Waller, taking away his left outside receiver. And again, here since Waller's crossman, again, the weakness still here is the seam. So I have to guard this for a little bit. So I might run up and guard Waller originally, and then I'm going to come down probably. So yeah, I run up and guard Waller originally, and then I know that this running back wheel is my responsibility. I know that's going to get in between my purple, so I'm going to run down and guard the running back wheel really quickly. And then once I guard that running back wheel, I kind of know he has Lamar Jackson, so again, I got to watch the quarterback as well. So again, last time he motioned over this guy, it was like a hitch and a slant over the middle of the field. So I manned up his, I manned up his slide here for kind of the hitch, and then I got both the outside receivers cross-man here. So again, my main responsibility here is going to be this guy in motion because I don't have him manned up. Again, that was a good play for him. Again, I had to pick my poison here. I know that this guy could beat the crossman, but the problem is when he dropped outside the pocket, you know, I sent my guy, so he was either going to have the in route or the slant wide open. So again, this was a really, you know, it was just kind of a pick my poison here. There was, you know, I was in a lose-lose situation, really. Again, right here in the red zone, I got to watch out for this right seam. I know that's the weakness on my defense. Again, he does run the ball here. And again, this was more of a, you know, friendly type of game, rep game. So, again, he is going to go for it in this situation. So, again, with my user, again, I know that he really... I can't give up this running back wheel. I know that's going to kill my cover 3 defense. So, that's really what I run to first. As soon as the ball is snapped, you got to be kind of glancing at the receivers and seeing what the route combination is. Then as soon as you identify the play, you got to say, okay, this is the route combination on the field. I know what my adjustments are on defense. I know what the weak spots are, and I know what this route combo is going to attack. And I know when he runs his running back on a wheel, I know he's trying to get in between my zones. So, and I know if I don't user guard it, that I'm gonna give up a touchdown. So again, I had to go and guard the running back wheel, and then he hit me with another route that I hadn't really seen before. Again, or out of this formation, he hit me with like a backside post. Again, man, this is not a formation I'm too familiar with. I'm starting to get familiar with it, but at this point, not too many people run gun spread, so some of the route combinations were kind of throwing me off. So again, I'm gonna have to be on point with my user this game, and go back and forth on offense with them. And again, so I was able to get 9 points. It kind of put some pressure on him, but again, on defense here, we're looking to take away the right half of the field with my adjustments. And so again, I'm going to be looking to run to the left because I know the right side is going to be mainly covered. So again, that's why I ran so aggressively to that hitch on the left side of the field, because I know I don't have anything on the right. So again, my plan here was to kind of bluff right and then go back to the left, because I know that I really don't have anything on the right. I just kind of want to fake and make him think I was going that way and then come back to the left. So again, you saw I'm going to fake right here, and I'm going to go directly back to the left because again, I had that plan pre-snap that I had the right coverage. So again, I really got to watch this left side of the field though. And again, I know the short left middle will be a weakness because I have my purples on 10. So again, I saw as I soon as saw this play develop, I saw that most of the guys on the right side here, it's going to be taken care of. I glanced at the routes, and then I saw a hitch on the left side of the field. So I'm going to fully commit to this route because that's really going to be the only thing that can get open here, because I have this the post is being cross-manned, the hitch is manned up. So I fully committed to this hitch route. I'll let you guys see it in full speed here. Again, watch out everyone in the red's covered, so I fully commit to that hitch on the left. Again, just good broken play here from him. Again, you guys are going to see me do these adjustments a lot, but again, when he comes in motion, I'm going to change it up a little bit. So I know. Remember last time I said earlier in the video, he does this hitch in the slot and a motion over slant. So I put a soft squat here and man up Harrison, so he couldn't really get that slant open. So again, and that indeed is going to be the play. So again, I know that I have the slant manned up, and I know that I have a soft squat over here in the area as well to kind of help on the slant. So again, I'm covering the slant just a second, just so I can kind of run him into the help of my other defender, which is the soft squat here, whereas I know the hitch is going to be left uncovered and I have no CPU help over here. So again, I'm going to peel off of the route that's going to have CPU help for my defense. So again, this guy's basically being double teamed. I mean, there's still a window here for him, but I know that I have a chance to get it breaking up because I have CPU help, but I don't have CPU help on this left hitch. So again, that's really my main responsibility here. So, and again, last time remember last time, as I told you guys in the tutorials, kind of mix up your user tendencies. Last time when he ran this route combination, I ran directly down at this quarterback when got the quarterback. This time, I fully committed to the hitch on the left. I hit the left trigger here to get the speed burst, and I'm able to lurk him. And as you guys saw, are seeing in this game, this guy is dotting me up and down the field. But The difference really in this game is going to come down to the user defender making those big user plays. And like I told you guys in the tutorials, 1 or 2 user plays can be the difference in a Madden game because they're so short. They're 30 to 45 minutes long usually. That's how long it takes. So again, if you're only having 5 or 6 drives on offense, and you user pick them once or twice, that can be the huge difference in the game. So again, maximizing your user defender is so important. So again, we know we got the CPU help on the right, and again, I just super swoop here. I come down and fully commit to the hitch. I'm able to lurk him. Show that one more time. Let you guys see it in full speed. Again, I'm going to hit that speed burst to change direction. Run right, left trigger, speed burst, pick him off. Again, guys, we have not been playing great defense this game. We really just lurked on that one time with our users. So, again, this offense is honestly pretty hard to defend. So I'm kind of relying to lurk him again. So again, I'm going to be cross-manning or dedicating a lot of resources to the right side of the field here. So again, I'm going to be looking to mainly guard the left side of the field here. Actually, I lied. Ooh, almost got him again. I lied. So the only guy I have to worry about here, if on the right side of the field, is this running back because he's going to go kind of unchecked. So once I saw that, because again, at the start of the play, I'm glancing at the receivers. I'm kind of seeing what the route combination is, and at the snap of this ball, as soon as I saw that running back come out on a route, I knew it's going to be like, I thought it was going to be a wheel route at first because that's usually what it is when his running back goes on a route. So I know that the running back's kind of my responsibility if he does go out on a route. So I do run and guard the running back. And then I'm gonna have a choice here between the crossing route or this little angle route over the middle of the field. And again, I'm gonna kind of gamble because again, I know the windows. We talked about this in the tutorials. Again, people kind of expect you to just kind of run with the deep route a lot of times. I'm gonna kind of gamble here because I know I know the window. I know he wants to quick throw that angle route over the middle of the field, assuming that I'm going to run back on his crosser, and he even said that himself, that he expected me to run back on the crosser. So again, I'm going to fake go back on that crosser, and I'm going to come down and commit to this underneath route. And again, I'm not able to fully lurk him, but again, I had the right plan there. I just wasn't able to fully execute. And again, it looks like I'm going to go up here because again, most people are going to expect you to run with that deeper route. But again, I'm gonna bait him here. I'm gonna mix up my user. Again, not go with the norm. Again, most people run back with the crosser. Again, I'm gonna get aggressive sometimes and gamble, jump in that window and try to make a play. I just wasn't able to fully make it. Again, similar adjustments to what we've been doing most of the game. Well, actually, no, I changed it up here. So, again, actually, no, I changed it back. So, as soon as this guy went in motion, want to take care of him. So, I figured he might be in a slant or something. And again, I'm manning up this guy so I don't have to run deep with the seam. Or manning up Waller so I don't have to run with the seam. So, again, that's why I man up Waller so I don't have to run with that myself. Again, he did this later in the game, or earlier in the game. So, again, I'm going to run this corner out myself. Again, just a good play from him. So, again, a lot of usering too is kind of remembering. So when people do certain motions, so last time this guy motioned over Moss, the guy went on a corner route, and I gave that up because with my user I wasn't really expecting that. But again, a lot of this is recall and saying, okay, last time he motioned over Moss, it was a corner route, and that beat the defense I was in. And I know that if he motions over a corner route again, it's going to beat the defense I'm in. So I know that's my responsibility if Moss goes on a corner route here. And he did. And I take that away. And he hit me with something else. And again, that's fine though. Again, just don't be giving up the same route over and over and over with your user, knowing that, the route's going to beat a certain spot of the field. So again, I had to get to that spot that I knew that was going to be open that beat me last time. So again, he did a good job of, mixing up there and hitting me with another route. Again, here I'm going to have both the slots manned up. And again, I should have came down a little bit earlier on that. I was a little slow on reading this play, but again, I have both the slots manned up. I know that the running back goes out on a route. I kind of have to watch for him. And, I thought there might be like a backside post somewhere. So that's why I was kind of pulling back and not fully committing to this running back flat. Because I know that he does have these posts on these outside receivers. Again, he scored earlier in the game with one of these short posts. So again, that's what I was kind of looking for here. Maybe checking to see if there's an outside post, but again, there wasn't. Once I saw there wasn't an outside post, I came down the running back because I know that's my responsibility too. Is that underneath middle with that or the short left sideline? But again, I was just a little too late. Again, here I'm going to cross-man both of the slots. So again, since I'm cross-manning the right slot here, I might have to guard Waller originally just so I can't snap throw a seam streak. But I don't have to stay with him because I'm going to have him cross-man. Again, here I kind of bluff lurk Waller there. I kind of run with them a little bit. But I know that I don't have to stay with them. Again, I'm going to be looking to get back in this running back because I know that I have this left slot man. Or no, I do not. So I kind of mix it up here. So actually, yeah, I like that because last time when he ran this running back wheels, so again, you guys want to be noticing at the snap. Okay, try to identify the play at the snap of the ball. So ask yourself, okay, the running back's in this, the left side's running a drag, so it's gotta be this. That's gotta be this, mesh post type of play. So that's kind of what should be going through your head pre-snap. Again, every time I see that running back, I know it's gonna be like he's usually gonna be in a wheel route and like some drag over the middle of the field. So again, last time, I want to mix up my user. So last time when I ran with the drag, I ran with the drag and then went back on the wheel route. So I want to mix it up here because Laney's a good player. So again, I'm gonna mix it up on him. Last time I went and fully committed to the wheel route. This time I'm gonna fake it. I kind of just gave a little hezzy there. I'll replay one more time. I gave a little hezzy towards the wheel, just to make him think a little longer. I had no chance of really getting back there, so I kind of just gave it a little hezzy, make him think about it a little bit extra, and stayed on the drag here. Again, good read here by him. And here I'm going to blitz him. I haven't blitzed him too much this game, but again, I know that I don't have to guard the right seam. I'm going to take that away. So again, when we're blitzing 5, I'm really looking to get the routes short because when you blitz someone, they're usually going to try to get the ball out quickly. Again, here what you saw me do too with my user is I try to tap the line to get better pressure, but that did not work out. But again, I kind of saw that I had the left hitch. I knew that this left hitch would be open, so I kind of got over there late with my user though. Again, here guys, we got to remember, so recall is also important. So remembering, so when Mosh goes in motion, it's usually either a slant or a corner route. So that's what we've seen so far from him. So we got to be careful for that Moss going over on a corner route because that will beat my defense. And this time he's on a slant. Again, it's either a slant or a corner route when that guy goes in motion. So you want to be paying attention to small details like that, and remembering what routes receivers are on certain motions. So again, here too, I know that my inside third is going to do a good job of guarding this post route, so that's why I stayed with the slant the whole way as well. Because again, look at the left outside. I know that my inside third is going to be right there, so there's no need for me to really look to go and guard that route because again, my CPU is guarding that route, so I'm going to stay with the route that's going to be wide, that's going to be open. That's the weakness of my defense. Again, he hasn't motioned over this outside X receiver too many times. Last time he did this, he killed me with I believe it was a streak down the left here. So I got to watch out for that streak down the left with my user. So again, a lot of it is just kind of recall. When someone goes in motion, what did they call last time when someone went in motion? And again, he killed me with that seam streak down the left because I thought my outside third would guard it. So I manned up a lot of people here, so I'm really kind of taking away this right side of the field. I know that he doesn't really have, too much he can kill me with on this right outside receiver, so I didn't really man him up. And I gotta watch this left receiver though if he runs the streak again. Again, I kind of run over there myself. I see nothing's really open. Again, good rollout play here from him, but I knew that I had the crossing route manned up, and I'm gonna have the help from my purple. So again, I just gotta guard the crossing route long enough to run him into the purple and then get back on the in route, because this crossing route never has a chance of getting open. So there's no need for me to guard it. I'm gonna get back on the in route because that's gonna be open. But he gets a broken play here and is able to get the first. Good read here from him. Again, here in the red zone, last time he killed me with a backside pulse. So we gotta remember that with my user, and he also likes the running back wheels down here too. So be paying attention to what route combos people are calling on certain spots on the field. So gotta watch out with their user for any backside post. Again, when he motions over Y, it's usually a corner route or a slant. So I'm expecting slant here, yeah. So again, right here, he does have the skinny post for a touchdown, but again, I'm sure he's expecting me to kind of run with the skinny post, and he thinks that he has a window underneath to the slant. And again, a lot of people are going to run with the touchdown here. They're going to run with the skinny post. So, but again, I'm going to gamble here again because I know that all the offensive players think, oh shit, he's going to run with the skinny post 100%, and then they know that they have a window underneath to throw the slant. So I'm going to fully commit to the underneath route and lurk him. And again, we talked about this one of the tutorials in the window section. Again, I know that he has that little slight window to throw the slant route, and he thinks it's a safe read because it's the underneath read. You gotta think through the eyes of the offensive player. Go through their thought process. And what I've noticed from Laney in this game is when there's a crossing route and a short underneath route going over the middle of the field, he tends to just assume that I'm going to run with the crosser, and he's throwing these underneath routes. So that's the information I've been gathering on him throughout the game. So you got to kind of keep track of these tendencies throughout the game. Ask yourself, is there, when there's two crossing routes, are they just always throwing to one or the other? Are they actually making a good read? And again, what I collected from him is he loves to throw to the underneath route, kind of just assuming that I'm going to run up. So again, we're going to take the gamble here. Again, we know that the skinny post is open for a touchdown, but again, we're going to we're going to get aggressive, jump the window, and we're able to lurk him again. And again, this was really the difference, in this game. Again, this is more of a rec game, but again, the concept still applies. Again, he's thinking that I'm going to he's expecting me to run with that deep crossing route, that deep skinny post. And again, we take a chance on the underneath and able to lurk him again. And that's why you want to kind of mix up your user tendencies as well. So you want to be unpredictable. Don't just let people assume that you're always going to run back with the crossing route. Again, mix it up. And again, also pick up on if someone's just eyeing down those underneath reads, because again, a lot of top players get into that habit of, oh yeah, that guy's gonna run back with the crosser, and then they just kind of eye down the underneath reads. But sometimes though, when you're playing like just regular online players, a lot of people are looking for that big play. So again, you might want to take away that first. But again, always mix up your user tendencies and try to pick up onto their tendencies through their reads. See who they like to pick when guys are crossing. Again, right here, um, I cut out that last part, clutch a little bit of that last part. So here, back in offense for him. Again, we're going to more of a cover 2 shell here. And again, he's rolling all the way out to the left. And again, he is going to have this crosser open, but I know that since he's rolling left, it's going to make it a tough throw to throw this crosser. So again, I'm going to come down on this underneath read. Again, I was kind of really out of the play there. It's going to be really hard for me to make a play, but it was just, again, there's going to be some plays where you're just kind of out of the play, and you just got to hope for the best, really. Again, here we're going to blitz. We're going to be looking to take away quick underneath passes, because, again, we do expect to get some pressure here. So, again, when he motions over this guy, a lot of times it's a slant or a corner route, so we got to remember that. Again, it is the slant again. So again, here you notice how I'm going to kind of mix in my user tendency. Again, this is a really good play from him. But again, really the story of this game, man, is he's dotting me. But again, like I told you guys in the tutorial, 1 or 2 user plays on defense, 1 or 2 user picks can be the difference in this game. Because this guy is dotting me. But again, I was able to lurk him twice. And again, that's the biggest difference in this game right now. But again, guys, we're going to come into the situation where there's 2 routes crossing again over the middle. 1 shorter, 1 deep. And again, you notice how I've lurked him a couple times where I've came underneath a lot. So I don't want to keep getting greedy. You know, I'm up 7 at this point. Again, I've taken a few chances already this game and kind of lurked low on underneath routes when there's a higher route crossing. So again, I'm just going to fake going underneath here, knowing that I have, you know, help to the left silent, and I'm going to go back up on the deeper route there. Cut this play out. And again, back 7 and 9, 2nd and 9. Again, he's going to motion over Harrison. Again, when he does this, we got to remember his plays for user purposes. So again, it's usually a slant and a hitch in the slot when he motions over Harrison here. And again, it is going to be, again, it's not a slant here, but it's going to be a drag instead. And again, man, he got me here. So again, tough decision here. I mean, I've already gotten him a couple times. It's going to be hard to get a high-level player much more than twice, but I took another chance here again. I tried to really make it look like I was committing to that over-the-top route, but again, one too many times I came down, so again, maybe I was getting a little too predictable, getting a little too greedy coming down here. And, you know, good read and patience for him. You know, we've came down several times, so he finally caught me slipping. So again, we're gonna have to, you know, mix up our user tendencies more and try to mix up going up to the deeper option more. Again, when he motions over Moss, corner route or slant, that's what we're thinking with our user. And again, we're on that corner route there. Well, again, actually, we saw that we know that our CPU's responsibility was that corner route. I guess I must have zone dropped the purple to like 20 here. So yeah, I saw that the corner is going to be guarded. So again, we don't have to guard the corner. Obviously, we have our CPU there and a 20-yard zone to guard that. So again, I see Lamar Jackson rolling out. So I'm going to look to get Lamar Jackson right away, make a play on him. Or I kind of go to the receiver, you know, closest to him. Again, good play here by him. Again, this guy is dotting me. Again, the difference in this game is the user. The user plays on defense.